I don't think I want anybody to be like me because I know the battles I'm fighting, because I know the shoes I'm wearing, and I don't think anybody can survive in the shoes I am. If you are the first to get there, I will celebrate you, but I will come later. I limit triggers. Once I see that somebody is distracting me, it's not their fault that they are distracting me. Once I see that I am distracted by their post or what they are doing, I unfollow them. I left social media for like 1 month because I said I wanted to clear my head. I wanted to take a break, but it was not a break. That break was born out of comparison. Even if you have the same destination, both of you are not taking the same route. So what is comparison? Comparison is like laying something side by side and then checking out for the similarities and the differences. Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be talking about comparison, how you can deal with comparison. So I'm always excited to share with you all on this my YouTube channel, and if you're just joining for the first time, do well to subscribe, like this video, and share this video with somebody else. So comparison is something that we know about. Yeah, we hear about it often, but we really don't pay attention because sometimes you find yourself comparing that you don't even know that, okay, this is comparison, or maybe but you are not able to help yourself at that moment because you're already in that web, you're already in that shell, and you don't know how to come out from it. So I think we need to be more conscious when it comes to comparison because we don't know when it sets in. And I'm about to talk about how you can help yourself if you find yourself in the web of comparison, because sometimes it's very subtle. You see yourself checking the person's page to know what they are up to. You see yourself checking to know what you're doing and what they are not doing and all that. You see yourself being envious. You see yourself forgetting that you have a life and then focusing on the other person's life. So it's very subtle. Before you know it, you're in there. So it's not enough that you know what comparison is and you can help yourself, but are you really doing it? Like, are you conscious of it? Are you intentional about avoiding comparison? Okay. So what is comparison? Comparison is like laying something side by side and then checking out for the similarities and the differences. So you look at something and you're like, okay, this is an Android phone, this is an iPhone, so what are the similarities, what are the differences? And then not just that you check for the similarities and the differences, you also are influenced by the comparison, sort of like after you've checked it, that's the results, your findings, right, makes you to take a decision, influences you. So that's what comparison is, laying something by side to check, okay, what is here and what is not there, and then what are the things that are the same for us. And it's a trap, right? It's a trap because once you get yourself in that situation, your life will become your life will get to a pause, and you're now more focused on what the next person is doing, forgetting that you have a life and your journey is different. Let me say it again, your journey is different, and you don't know what the other person is facing. You don't know what their life is about. You don't know the battles that they're fighting, and then you wish to be like them. I'm always scared when somebody's saying to me that they want to be like me. Like, my heart just skips, and the reason is because I don't think I want anybody to be like me because I know the battles I'm fighting, because I know the shoes I'm wearing, and I don't think anybody can survive in the shoes I am if they become me. Like, you cannot survive a minute in my shoes, and I cannot survive a minute in your shoes because God has given you the grace to handle the things in your own life. And so I cannot be like you and you cannot be like me. So you cannot walk in my shoes. Like, you don't even know what I'm fighting. And it gets worse because social media has made it very easy to compare. So you come to social media, people are living their best life on social media. People are sharing their wins, their successes, their good life, and then they don't share the bad side of them, the bad side of life to them. So it's not like everybody has life rosy, but social media has made it so it has made comparison a thing that we don't even know when we are engaging in it, because it's just like initially it just looks like, okay, I'm just trying to admire this person. No, you're actually comparing, but it just looks like you're trying to admire, but no, you're actually comparing, because you find out that you are now influenced by your findings. It has made you to now start feeling less of yourself. Do you get? So it's very subtle. And one dangerous thing about comparison is that it either gives you low self-esteem or it gives you pride. So when you compare yourself with somebody and you feel like, okay, they are doing better, you would start feeling low, you will start having low self-esteem. But when you compare yourself to them and you feel that you yourself, you are doing better, you become proud. So either ways, it's not good, and it kind of sets the limit to what you can achieve. So if you are comparing yourself to me, it means that I become your, should I say, your model board. So you you want to get to where I got to. Meanwhile, God has a lot in store for you and your path is different. But because I got to where I got to and you are comparing yourself to me, all you are focused on is to get to where I got to. And it just limits you because there's so much in store for you. But you're looking at me and feeling that I'm better off. So you want to be like me, and that's why you're comparing yourself and then wanting to get to where I got to. But there's so much in store for you. So it kind of limits you. It makes you not to go all out to achieve your dreams. It makes you not to focus on your path. I was listening to somebody on YouTube. Her YouTube channel is Erima, I think. Okay, so she was doing this video with her husband, and then the husband said, okay, that one day he was on the highway and he was driving, and you know all these things that drivers do now. When somebody tries to overtake you, and then you're also trying to overtake the person back, because why will you overtake me? And in the subtle competition they were doing, trying to overtake each other, he missed his road, like he missed his turn. Before you knew what was happening, he forgot that the route this person is going is not where I'm going, and then he followed the person just because we are competing. So that's what happens in life. Okay, you're not going the same route with somebody, or even if you have the same destination, both of you are not taking the same route. So when you follow them, you might not get to that same destination. So for example, we all want to make A in a course in school, and then the other person has a way they read, and you know the way you read. Because you're comparing yourself to this person, you now read the way the person is reading. Guess what? You will not get to that destination. We want to get to that destination, but we will not get to that destination because we are not following the routes that we are supposed to follow. I know myself and I know what works for me. The other person knows herself. She knows what works for her. And then you want to follow what works for her. It cannot work. So comparison just makes you miss route. Just makes you miss your turn because you are focused on the next person. I hope this is helpful. I'm going to talk about the ways to help yourself if you're already struggling with this. It's not something to be ashamed of. In fact, like I said, it's something that is subtle. You don't know you're even engaging in it until you catch yourself in, and that's when you become conscious and intentional. So if you've not subscribed, do well to subscribe and like this video. All right, so number one way to deal with comparison. Number one way to deal with comparison is that you should discover yourself. Engage in adequate self-discovery. Very important, because the reason you're actually comparing yourself with somebody because you're not going to discover yourself. Like me now, I know what works for me. I know the kind of person I am. I know, everything. I'm not an ignorant person when it comes to self-discovery. Nobody knows me more than I know myself, apart from God. So that's why somebody will say they know me well. I'm like, you don't know me as much as I know myself, because I've taken time to know myself. So when I know myself, I'm not going to be comparing myself to somebody else, because what works for me might not work for them. I know my parents, I know my siblings. So I know what works in my family does not work in their family. So even if the parents are buying her this and that, I know the capability of my parents. You understand? Like I am so comfortable that I know what works. So I am not comparing myself to anybody. I don't want to be like them, because I know myself. I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses, I know my triggers, I know what works for me. So know yourself. Take time to know yourself. That way, even if somebody is buying a car at 21, you are not disturbed, because you know where you are now. Do you understand? You know what matters to you. They are traveling outside, they are doing this and that. You know your journey. You know what is important to you per time. That is self-discovery. Number two, the second way to deal with comparison is that you should get busy with your life. The thing is this, during the lockdown, I can remember then I started my business, I started my school, and I remember after a few months, I started feeling like I wasn't doing enough. And the reason was because I went to Instagram and I saw a lot of coaches. Some were doing something similar to what I was doing. Some were doing exactly what I was doing. And I saw how their branding was. I saw how their videos was. And I was just a newbie. And I forgot that these persons have been there for a while. And that lockdown time was that time that online things started to, trend. So I began to feel bad. I left social media for like 1 month because I said I wanted to clear my head. I wanted to take a break, but it was not a break. That break was born out of comparison. It was born out of checking what the other person is doing and then feeling that you're not doing enough. And the funny thing is, when I took that break that is not supposed to be, it got worse because I wasn't busy. So when you're busy with your life, you won't be comparing yourself with somebody else. Like now I'm in law school. I don't think I'm comparing myself with anybody because I don't even have time to think about you. I'm thinking about myself and how to keep up my business and be consistent as much as I can, a little, because I know I cannot fully give that on this consistency here. And then I'm thinking about somebody that has written 40 books. I can't be thinking about you. I'm thinking about somebody that's holding a conference now. I can't be thinking about you because I'm busy with my life. I have things I am doing. So get busy with your life. If you're busy, if you have something you're doing, if you're making impact, you won't have time to look at what the next person is doing. Oh, they are doing well, they are making impact on their own area. I'm not bothered because I am busy with my life. That is how it's supposed to be. So find something to do. It's when you're idle that devil will be telling you, look at you people are age mates too, and she's married with children. It's when you're idle that he'll be telling you all those things. If you are busy, you won't have time to listen to all those kind of voices. Number three, focus on your journey. Like I was saying, you have a place you are going to. Focus on it. Okay? And even if you're going to the same place with the person, both of you are not going to take the same route. So focus on your journey, okay? Focus on the destination. Focus on what works for you. Focus on your purpose. Focus on your growth and not perfection. You are growing. You're not where you used to be, and that's okay. That's enough. This is not to encourage complacency or to say, okay, you should become nonchalant about your dreams and aspirations. But you know when how far is too far. You know when you are now trying to compete or to get to where somebody got to, just because somebody might say that there is a good side of comparison. I get it. When somebody is saying that, okay, when you compare, you can be motivated. That is not comparison. You can learn something from somebody that is doing well. That's a different thing. But when you start doubting your own journey, your own unique journey, when you start doubting yourself and everything that makes you are, because you are looking at somebody, that's comparison. That is the negative side of it. So focus on your journey, focus on your route, focus on your destination. If you are not where you used to be tomorrow, that is growth. Okay, embrace it and be happy about it. The other person might be somewhere. It's okay, celebrate them, it's fine, but focus on your journey. Keep your focus premium, keep your focus sharp, because there are a lot of distractions. Just like when you're running a race, you want to get to the end and you want to win, and then you're running that race. You don't see athletes looking left and right to know who's talking to them. What you see them do is to run to the end, and when they run to the end, they win, and they end the journey. But if they are looking at somebody answering questions and all that, trying to look at what the next person is doing, trying to check whether the next person is running better than them, they won't finish the journey. So they run to the end and they know whether they win or not. So that is how you have to live your life. Focus on the journey. Now, number 4 is that you should reframe your perspective. If you are seeing it as a threat that somebody is doing well, reframe your perspective. Learn from them if need be. So you might be admiring them because, yes, you love good things. Why don't you learn from them, or you get close to them to know what they are doing? Ask questions. So learn from them if need be. Reframe your perspective, reframe your mindset, see it from a good aspect. How was she able to do it? Study the patterns, observe, right? Or ask questions. I think that's better than being bitter and feeling less about yourself. So celebrate them. You can post them, you can celebrate them, congratulate them, and then that can even help you to get into their space and ask questions. Now, the next one is that you should practice gratitude. So the thing is, I saw a post one day, and the person said the reason you are feeling burnt out, the reason you are burnt out is because you are so focused on the doing that you forget to appreciate how far you've come. And it's so true. For someone like me, I'm always doing, like, if there's a part in my life that it looks like I'm not doing something, I'm doing something, but I just didn't want people to know. So I'm always doing something. And then what happens is, if you're always doing something, if you're a go-getter like me, like you're always writing books, you're always doing courses, you're always holding conferences, you're always holding competitions, you're always doing this, having a speaking engagement, teaching children, all those things. Yeah, if you're always doing something, before you know it, you normalize those wins that you don't even see it as anything again. So it looks normal, but to some people it's not. They are struggling to do what you're doing. And then you normalize it. You stop being thankful for that blessing, that opportunity, that grace to be able to do these things. So you are too focused on doing, on achieving, that you don't even stop to appreciate how far you've come. One day I was about to start feeling that, okay, I'm not doing enough, until I got my book and I began to write things, what I was grateful for. And I saw that there was a lot for me to be grateful for. When I had my NYSC personal CDS project, I was led to do a gratitude journal on it. So I began to write the things I was grateful for that happened for the project, because it was an event. So I didn't really achieve, the 100 students I wanted, and the night before, it was looking like I would just have 30 students. But when I came to the hall, I had like 83 students, and until today, I still have the list of attendance of that event. So I was led to do a gratitude journal about how that event went, and I saw that if I had gotten the 100 students I wanted, the refreshment I had would not be enough for them. And I was so thankful that a night before, I was shedding tears that I only had 30 students coming for an event that I spent more than $500,000 for. But I was thankful that the day I came, students were begging to join. Students of the school where I held the event were begging to join. They were begging. You know how students, when they used to like this kind of thing, so they want to be part. So when I did a gratitude journal, I was so thankful. I had to apologize to God that I was feeling bad, because everything went smoothly. The fact that I was getting money from people that have never seen me before and all that, and I didn't spend a dime Like, I think I spent my money for only design, but I didn't spend my money for other things because people were really there to help with money aspect. So be grateful, right? Be grateful. That will help you to let go of comparison. Just try it. Once you find yourself trying to compare yourself to other people, just get a book and begin to write the things that you're grateful for, and you see how far you've come. Number 6, limit triggers. I know that they say celebrate them, feel happy for people, do this and that, but let me tell you the truth. If you are still struggling, if you're not celebrating them, you can unfollow the account. You can unfollow the account if they are putting so much pressure on you or causing you to, compare or distracting you. I do it a lot. There's this person on my WhatsApp status that recently started growing her community and all that. At some point, I began to feel uncomfortable, like as if she's copying me or something. What I did was to remove her from my WhatsApp status. Whether she's copying me or not, I removed that from my WhatsApp status to protect my mental health and also to focus on my journey. Because how am I now leaving what I'm doing to think that somebody's copying me? Like, I've never really put my mind in that way. I have a lot of people that have copied me in this life that have wanted to do what I'm doing, and eventually they start and did not continue. Because if God has not called you to do anything, you're not going to last. And they think it's all rosy that I'm here doing one or two, but they don't know the battles I fight inside, on this journey. They don't see the midnight walk. I limit triggers. Once I see that somebody is distracting me, it's not their fault that they are distracting me. Once I see that I am distracted by their post or what they are doing, I unfollow them. I unfriend them. Okay? I just try to protect myself because I cannot keep leaving what I'm doing to be checking if you are doing what I'm doing. Like, it's such a distraction. So I limit triggers. And you're not a witch for doing it. You're just trying to protect yourself. And it's okay. So limit triggers or follow the account. You can follow them back when you are in the right place to follow them. But for now, you can do it. Nobody will know. Peacefully, just, unfollow them and give yourself that peace because you have a lot to do with your life. Number 7, which is the last and very important, that you should be honest with God. Tell God how you feel about that person. Tell God how you feel about this thing. I am the firstborn, and my third sister is married before all of us all, and then I'm not married, and now she has a child. I'm not even seeing husband. Be honest with God. This is how I feel. Help my heart. Help me to come to a better place. Help me to have a good heart towards this person. Help me to be graceful and not bitter towards. After all, it's not her fault that she found husband before me. There is no position in life. I'm such a go-getter, but one thing I know is that they're not giving an award first. We will all get there. If you are the first to get there, I will celebrate you, but I will come later. So, for example, now, I didn't follow my set to go for law school. It was looking like I was going to be behind, but I knew that this kind of thing is not like who is first to go. When you're ready, you go. We will all get there. And the destination is that we all become lawyers, right? So, if you're first to get there, no problem. And it's not like it's delayed. It's just my choice not to go. So, I had to come to terms with the fact that, okay, this is my life, and I'm not going to do anything because somebody else is doing. We are not doing competition. So be honest with God. Let him know how you feel, because the Bible says that we do not have a high priest that is not touched by our infirmities. So he said that when Jesus was on earth, he had all these temptations that you had, and he still did not sin. So he was feeling what you're feeling. I'm sure he had felt jealousy before. I'm sure he has felt the pain you are feeling. He has cried before. He has gone through the things you've gone through as a human being, and he's still standing. So God's grace is there for you. When you let God know how you feel, he's going to help you. He's going to say words to you that will encourage you more than even what I've said in this video. So I hope this video was helpful. Do want to like this video, share this video with somebody, and let me know if it was helpful on the comment section, because I know it was. If you have ideas of what you want me to drop on this channel, let me know. If I have time, I will do them. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.